cracking Christmas at Woolworth, the cracker of a Christmas shopping spree. Woolworth prices, many of them cracked down Christmas. Woolworth is the place to be.
The name alone evokes a wave of nostalgia, especially for those who grew up in Britain during the 1970s and 80s. It was more than just a shop. Woolworths was an institution, a cornerstone of the British High Street. It was a place where you could find almost anything: household goods, clothes, records, videos, and, of course, the legendary pick and mix. For many of us though, our strongest memories of Woolworths are linked with the festive season. Visiting your local Woolworths store at Christmas time was a traditional event, almost a pilgrimage really. In 1985, signs throughout stores even proclaimed Woolworths is Christmas. In the shop that sold pretty much everything, you could get almost all you needed for your Christmas celebrations. And at such good value prices too. Huge tins of chocolates, a myriad of decorations including the almost legendary silver Christmas trees which were a regular presence in households throughout the 70s and much of the 80s, cards, wrapping paper and, of course, a treasure trove of gift ideas for family and friends. In 1970, the UK arm of Woolworths published its first Christmas catalogue in response to the success of Woolworths in the US employing this marketing strategy. The first UK catalogue was just 8 pages long and was placed in copies of the Daily Mail. Aimed at families, there were dedicated pages for mum, dad and, of course, the kids with a whole array of toys. Over the years, the Woolworths catalogue grew larger and became a standalone publication, but the emphasis on toys remained. As a child of the 70s, I have fond memories of poring over the toy section of the Woolworths catalogue, before gazing in awe at the toy aisles in the shop itself. Just before we move on to the famous Woolworths Christmas adverts, if you have enjoyed this trip down memory lane and would like to take more nostalgic journeys to the past, then be sure to subscribe to Stuview TV so you don't miss another video.
There's hundreds of reductions and special buys in the Woolworths sale. Starts Monday.
It's probably fair to say that the keenest memories most of us have of Woolworths at this time of year are of the now legendary Christmas TV adverts. You knew that the festive season had truly started once you'd seen the latest Woolworths Christmas ad for the first time.
Stocking, I got something shocking. I got some home packed furniture that looks real neat. Got my sophisticated Kodak for a photographic treat. I got a little daughter who keeps bursting into tears. I got a record player for a guy with fussy ears. I got a TV game, a real exciting kind. Got bikes for the boys, and I got a mastermind. But then I always said I had. Sleepy Uncle Harry, got an SOS pendant, laden with gold, and a genuine bionic watch for Sam, who's 12 years old, got an electric organ for some musical guys, got a Polaroid that develops right before your very eyes, got some sexes and some boxes for my personal PC nights, and a matchbox power track with real headlights, got a Busby watch, got a Busby fan, got a Streamline Music Center by a man called Ferguson, got some picnic records from Musical Charlie and some Chevron cassettes, but very little lolly, something for everybody. And the prices you want to pay, that's a lot you want to Woolworths store. From now to Christmas Day.
The wonder of Woolworth's Christmas advertising campaign that we know and love didn't actually begin until 1975, but it wasn't long before these epic adverts became a favourite tradition, taking on iconic status in the years that followed.
Have a cracking Christmas at Woolworth, the cracker of a Christmas shopping spree. Woolworth prices, many of them cracked down Christmas. Woolworth is the place to be.
Often taking up an entire commercial break, each year's advert was a huge production, filled with music, dance, variety acts, and of course a cast filled with familiar faces from British television of the time. In fact, watching the Woolworths Christmas ads became a game of who can spot the most stars and put a name to the faces. Upbeat, colourful, fun and fabulously festive, these Woolworths commercials were what Christmas TV advertising should always be about.
There's a time for giving, yes, a time for buying presents, though it's hard to find enough time to spare. But there's 1,000 answers here at Woolworth, 1,000 ways to say you care.
EMI recording tapes, per packs, cases for cassette or discs. New Blitz prices make them super value. Pickwick superstars you mustn't miss. Computer perfection, electronic playmate, value for the family. Simon's the name for a great computer game. Christmas brings the Beatles back on MFP.
There's a time for giving,
Home
yes, a
back.
time for buying presents, though it's hard to find enough time to spare.
Ideas in clothes for everyone.
But there's 1,000 answers here at
Electric
Woolworth.
value you can count on, with names like Philips and Clairol too. A fast hair dryer, and here's another flyer, a shaver for the fella who means most to you. Polaroid 1000 with a Christmas bonus, bikes for any member of your family. Benetton Royal alarm clock radio, Envoy watches for you to see. Christmas paper, cards and wrappings, Woolworth vouchers, hey, hey, hey. Christmas trees and lights and trappings, gonna be a starry Christmas day.
There's 1,000 answers here at Woolworth, 1,000 ways to say you care.
I'm sure most of you watching will have warm memories of Woolworths at Christmas time. Feel free to share those festive reminiscences in the comments. In the meantime, I'd like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas full of nostalgic goodness.